Hey, hello everyone. So this is my first YouTube live. I did a Facebook live stream for the first time and was uncomfortable. I was nervous, and um, what I'm doing is a platform for people that want to improve themselves, but more importantly about themselves. So the message that I'm sending is a better me for you. And that being said, is a little background. I think I on my Facebook, whoever follows me there, um, is what we do at Be 100%, right? So be the best you, and love more, just judge less, in the sense of whatever you do. And so again, a little background on me, not too much, because if you guys know who I am. I'm a registered nurse, and background has been hospital heavy, but since 2008, I've been in middle school, high school setting, which means as a nurse, have been, I've seen a lot more what what happens with what people say to these kids. And kids are pre-adults. Like, pre-adults are, in my opinion, are between 17 to 24, 5, depending when you finish college. But let's just backpedal to where, if you've seen my Facebook live about the whole love more, judge less. This is not about mom message. I'm not a mom. Like, I am a mom, but my message is as a nurse in a setting of young kids, 12 to 18, 19, and what we say to them, and who is we? Let's just say the we. Let's get out of the way. We as adults. Adults can range from school nurse to teacher to coach to anyone that, as soon as you walk in a building of a middle school, high school, is you as an adult, right? So adult is who? Adult is, you're on your own, you're living on your own, no one pays you anything. And let's just, definition of pre-adult, in my opinion, and am I projecting my opinion on me, or on you, I'm sorry. Pre-adult for me would be someone that cannot sustain their own financial status. So if you're a pre-adult, your parents someone's helping you live, right? Someone's giving you little rent, someone's giving you some money to live, whatever the factor, however it is, I don't care about the percentage. You're not an adult if you're not paying 100% for yourself. So when I mean pre-adult, that's what I mean, just so everyone knows. But my biggest message, and why I'm doing what I'm doing, is a better me. And a better me for you is a better nurse. So just think about this. What we say to each other will either rattle or uplift you. And when I mean rattle your cage. Like, it will rattle your day. So why not just uplift each other? And I'm trying to give you guys what I see in my office. And so let me just say, when I live streamed on Facebook, I was so nervous, like my first one ever. And I tagged people that I was like looking up to. And a quick little synopsis on why I tagged the people I tagged. Lauren Fitzgerald. This amazing woman, I met in Misawa, Japan. And she was there because my daughter and her stepdaughter, whatever, because I don't think stepkids are stepkids or daughters or sons, whatever. So they were really good friends. And so I met Lauren and her husband at the time in Misawa Air Force Base in 2011, 12, something like that. Oh no, yeah, was there from 08 to 2011. And so when I met Lauren, she was full of energy. She was this amazing person. But more importantly, she was a physician, an anesthesiologist. So she put people to sleep right? And this woman literally left her profession of anesthesia and followed her passion, which was coach for life, nutrition, abundance knowledge on obviously medicine. But I was like, what? Like, even me, I was like, didn't know all the details. I was keeping in touch with her, but I was like, what the heck? Like this, she went to medical school. Like she's beautiful, amazing. And I know she always wanted to like, be a back stage dancer, like a dancer for like Janet Jackson. I knew something about her when I met her. She was just amazing. Magnet person, like just full of energy. So we have to have people that we know in our lives and look up to, that are positive and that are doing things that are uncomfortable, right? And so I tagged Lauren because Lauren, for me, the person that I know in my life, I was like, dang, that girl, like, really, wow. Just quickly, amazing. And so now she's doing things that are out of her passion. So when you do something out of your passion and you're not doing things that, you're going to work and you're like dragging and you're like, you hate what you do. And, this woman, just hands off down to it. So Michelle Obama, I mean, Ivy League, who can even talk about Michelle Obama? Like whatever. Ellen, she didn't go to college, but she was put in a position where she was able to shine and speak for herself and have a platform for herself that was her mission, right? Look at her now. I don't even know Ellen, but dang, right? Oprah. Who, like, anyone says Oprah and they're like, Oprah, I don't even know background on her, but I know she was like, she went to college, she's got a college degree, and was a newscast, and she just knows how to speak to people, and she knows what to say. And look at her. Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith. I am 49 years old, and I followed her like I did with Janet Jackson and some people in my times, but as a nurse. Again, I'm here as a nurse, not a mom, not and anything else. I'm here as a nurse with the knowledge, and not just the knowledge, but see firsthand what happens to 12 to 19-year-olds, your 12 to 19-year-old kids, that when adults, what they say to them, it's a huge impact. And so with Jada Pinkett Smith, she's got a kid or a child. I don't know what, she's got so many, but they're beautiful family. One of them was cutting. And so the mom now has some kind of forum where she sits with her mom and her child, and they speak about things that are just sometimes uncomfortable and things that they, want to discuss. And so her daughter was told mom, I forget which one it was, but she said, I cut. What? Like, think about people like, oh, if I had all this money, if I was famous, if I had the clothing, if I had this. This is a child of family of wealth. Financially, I'm sure spiritually, I'm sure amazing parents. I don't know them. I have no idea. I don't even know Jada, like personally. And so, but when you have someone that these young kids are looking up to and they're doing what they're doing, I mean, okay, so I'm giving you a little bit of like the background of people that are talented. Trent Shelton and Liz Brown are people for me, and because I'm trying to improve myself as a nurse, right? And not just a nurse, but just also person on this earth, right? So I would say March, and I've shared this with some people in my work, where I work, with training my brain. We focus so much on, oh, I should lose weight, I should, go to church more, I should, do better, I should whatever. But when you don't train your brain for positive things, and train your brain for self-improvement, and train your brain to say, I'm going to be a better person, we were lost in everything. So for me, Trent Shelton and Liz Brown, since March, I've been watching this like clips of both of them. I alternate, and I like show people, adults in my job, that you know what, I want to be a better me, so I can be a better nurse and a better person for the kids who come through this door. Because before they're coming through our doors, they're getting kicked in the gut by parents, by kids on the bus. And then when they get there, then we're criticizing. We're not doing our job. So do your job. And whatever your job is, I'm not telling you what your job is. For me, this is self-therapy and self-improvement. And it's about making myself better for you. And who is you? You is my customers. 500 and some kids that I have at the school. I want to be the best for you. But at the same time, when I'm doing that, I've also improved as a mom, right? I was a mom before a nurse. I was a person on this earth before I was a mom or a nurse. So if we're not doing our 100% on this earth to be our best, us, for people around us, and people we come in contact with, then what are you doing? What's your purpose? And so instead of listening to music, I travel with sports people, and instead of me listening to music, I love music. You see the background? It's Kalani going on right now. Andrea, love Kalani. And but at the same time, if we're not improving ourselves, what are we doing, right? Are we wasting time? We're just taking up space. So for me, Trent Shelton and Liz Brown have been my self-improvement. 2 or 3 times a day, I listen to clips. I don't even see them. A few months, like not even, my husband was like, you know who Liz Brown is? He's like 77 years old. He's like the most amazing motivational speaker. Excuse me, I'm 49. And not until March did I realize who he was. And I alternate on the clips. So when I get to work, when I have a chance, I don't see them. I just put it on. And so if we don't train our brain for positive projection and positive thinking and positive mindness and just positive brain, then when you're coming in contact with in the morning, oh, I hate this, I had a horrible morning, and then you see someone that's not happy and they had a bad night or whatever, all that is being fed to your brain. But you know what? Since March, and some of you know me, I'm like, I got a shield. Like, I'm like, no, bye. Everything you say that's negative, it bounces off. So that I can be the best person for what I'm doing, right? So again, the forum that I'm doing or that I'm here for is to give the wealth that I know as a nurse and what comes to my office. And the fact that what we say can rattle these kids or uplift them. So parents, this message is for you. Adults in an educational forum or environment, what you say can rattle or uplift the child. So choose one. Leave what happens, whatever, at your house or whatever. And I get that. I don't even know how it is to be with like 20 some kids, hours and hours and hours. I'm a nurse, so I'm seeing kids that are sick, either emotionally, physically. If I can't compare. I can't even sit here and say, I know teachers, what you go through. I don't know. But that's not my point. I'm not here to criticize you. I'm not here to say, you're doing this or wrong or whatever. I want to share with you, parents, adults, as a nurse, not a mom, on what I see when they come through my door and what I'm also a mom, right? What we say rattles or uplifts these kids. So choose one of those, right? So the other point of that is don't project your opinions. And again, the message is for adults. Adults, do not project your opinions on these kids. It doesn't matter. instead of projecting your opinions, be a mentor. Whatever the situation is going, listening to all this motivational clips that I hear from Les Brown and Trent Chilton, it's know what you're doing, learn about what you're doing. So for me, I have kids. So the biggest thing I've always heard: if you don't have kids, you don't understand them. You don't have to have kids, but if you know what you're dealing with and who you're working with, know your audience. That sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? I mean, it sounds pretty simple. If you're a guest speaker somewhere, if you're going to speak to a whole bunch of kindergartner people, are you going to talk to them at a certain level that you will talk to sixth graders? No, that's going to change. It's common sense, but is everyone common sense? No. So again, the biggest thing is just making sure that you make a choice as an adult in any building where you have kids, and kids, again, are 12 to 19. Your adults can be a little older, right? Are you going to rattle someone's mind and soul, or are you going to uplift their soul and mind? I hope you uplift them. And that's what I'm trying to do. This video is more self-therapy for myself, because I'm not trying to change anybody. I'm trying to work on myself. I'm trying to make sure that I'm the best nurse, the best person, that when someone comes to see me, that I give them my best without projecting my personal opinion, without projecting what's going on in my daily life. I'm going to be that for that person 100%, just for that person individually, and I'm going to give them 100%. So again, please, I'm doing like these once a week. I will give more examples. I really want to touch base really fast on a new person that, for self-improvement, myself, right? Not trying to touch anybody. I was listening to like just motivational speakers, and I came across Lisa Nichols. So again, Trent Chilton, Les Brown, Lisa Nichols. I listen to them, and I'm training my brain 3 clips a day since March, and I think I'm a better me. And this is what I'm doing. It's a message of being a better me, to be a better nurse. And when I'm a better nurse, it makes me a better mom. It makes me a better person, a better friend. I have disconnected from a lot of people that, hey, love you from a distance. You know why? Because we're an example of how we allow people to treat us. I'm not going to allow to be treated bad. So if you treat me bad, I'm not going to be rude. I'm going to be like, hi and bye. So, but we're an example. Kids look up to us. We have to be, just an example to them. So Lisa Nichols, quickly, I traveled with track for a long time, many hours. So this awesome, amazing person, again, motivational speaker, I can't even relate with her, but she pretty much now is one of the most highest paid motivational speaker. And just look her up. And I was just like, wow. But again, so make sure that make sure that you don't project your personal opinions to these kids. You're there for them. And I think part of that too, though, is learn your audience. Times have changed, man, but we got to change with them and be positive and uplift instead of like always or trying to demean or project our opinions on these kids. Anyway, so the forum has always been, love more, judge less. But I think more importantly, for me, what I'm doing is being a better me, for you. And that means that I'm improving myself as a person so that I can make sure that I'm the best nurse for these kids. And when I'm doing that, I'm also being a better mom, a better person, a better wife, a better friend. And so don't look up to people that are doing things that you don't agree with. And by that, I'm just saying, make sure you're doing something to uplift someone on a daily basis. And if you're rallying someone's spirit and making someone, uncomfortable, or you're saying, think about that. Like, let's make each other better, and let's make each other better for what we're doing in the job. That's it. All right, guys. Peace out.